Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, shooting you a new video. And the topic of today's video is what happens if the guy who hit me has bad insurance or not enough insurance or no insurance at all. Am I out of luck? Well, here's the good news. You may not be completely out of luck, but there's some complexities that make it smart to consult with an attorney even if you don't hire one. But the information I'm about to give you is going to explain to you why that's important, okay? So I represent a guy who was in a pretty serious car accident and has pretty major medical bills, and he had auto insurance, and the guy who ran into him had auto insurance, and the problem is that the amount of the auto insurance is about half of his medical bills alone. So what happens in that circumstance? Well, in a car crash like that, where there's literally no insurance or not enough insurance on the guy who ran into you, there is something called, well, if the other guy had no insurance, it's called uninsured motorist coverage. If they had insufficient insurance, like we have in this case, where the medical bills exceed how much insurance money there is to collect, then there's insurance coverage called underinsured motorist coverage. And at least in the state of Illinois, as well as some other states, it's required that when you buy auto insurance, the insurance company offers you uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. So how does that work? So if the guy who runs into you has no insurance, you can make a claim against your own uninsured motorist coverage. If the guy who runs into you has low limits and your damages are way higher, you can collect those limits and then collect your own underinsured motorist coverage. Now, the key here, though, is let's talk about state minimums, right? So in Illinois right now, the state minimum insurance is $25,000 per person, $50,000 per accident. So if one person gets hurt in an accident, that insurance company is only ever going to pay $25,000. Now, if the other guy has $25,000 of insurance and you have $25,000 of insurance, you can't claim a UIM. You can't claim an underinsured, because in Illinois, the insurance company, the insurance policies don't stack on top of each other. Your insurance company gets a credit for what the defendant paid. So I'll give you for example. If they have 25 and you have 25, there's no more money to get. If they have 25 and you have 50, you can collect 25 from the guy who caused the crash, 25 from your own. If he has 25 and you have 100, you can collect 25 from his policy and 75 from yours. So that's pretty clear. Now, in an uninsured motorist case, you're really just limited to what your limits are. So that's why I always tell people, you never know what other people on the road are going to do, and you never know if their insurance lapsed or they just don't have insurance. So that's why I tell people you should really think about buying auto insurance from a more reputable company, not a substandard, not the ones that got weird names and are the cheapest of the cheap insurance. And you should also consider getting limits of at least 100, 300 if you can afford to do it. So, if you talk to one of the more reputable insurance companies, you'll discover that better coverage from a better company is often not that much more expensive. But if you've got a history of a lot of car accidents that you caused, stuff like that, they may not want to insure you, or the rates may be too high, and you're stuck with, a less reputable insurance company and lower rates, and even for that you probably pay a lot of money for. But if you have the option, higher limits are a really good idea, because it's not just protecting other people on the roadway, it also protects you. So my point is, even if the other guy has no insurance, but you do, you're not out of luck. And if the other guy's insurance is crummy and you have good or better insurance, you're not out of luck. There's things we can do. The last topic I want to talk to you about regarding this is, what are you going to put in your pocket, right? So a lot of times I'll talk to people and say, look, bad news, you got $52,000 in medical bills. They have offered to pay their $25,000 policy. And then the client is like, well, I'm not going to get anything. Well, that's not true. So it gets complicated, but at the end of the case, any insurance company who paid any money for your medical bills has a right to collect out of what we recover. And any doctor who files a lien on the case has a right to recover money, okay, in a car accident case. But the doctors who file a lien, medical providers who file a lien, L-I-E-N, but it's pronounced lien on the wall, but it's just spelled different. Anyone who files a lien, all the lien holders added up together cannot take more than 40% of your settlement. So what I have to do is do the math and give them their share, right? And I'm also often able to get them to release their entire bill and reduce their bill down quite a bit. And every dollar I take away from a medical provider or an insurance company goes straight into your pocket. So usually the way it works is, and I hate saying things like this because every case is different, and your case could definitely turn out to be a really rough one. I've seen it happen in the past, and I've got some in my office right now, but usually it works out that you're going to put about 30%, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, in a situation like that where the bills are higher and the insurance policy is limited. You're usually going to put, I would say, between 25 and 35% of the settlement in your pocket. And obviously, a lot of times in these cases, I do more work fighting with the doctors to reduce the bills than I do settling the case with the insurance company. Although insurance companies are no Christmas holiday to deal with. So the short answer to that is, even if you're hit by somebody with a low amount of insurance, or you have a low amount of auto insurance on your car and the medical bills are sky high, you're still going to put money in your pocket and the doctors are going to get paid. So it's complicated. You wouldn't know that unless somebody explained it to you, and I'm sure you have a million questions about it, but I hope this video helped you. If you have questions, or your loved one has been injured in any kind of accident, work injury, car crash, dog bite, bar fight, medical mistake, nursing home abuse, fall down case, that's all I do. I help injured people in injury cases. And I've been doing it for quite some time, and we're pretty darn good at it at this point. So if you know anybody who needs a lawyer, or if you have questions, I offer a free consultation. You can call me anytime, night or day, 312-500-4500, 312-500-4500. And if you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I have the Do I Have a Good Case calculator and the Case Cash Settlement calculator. Those things take like 15 seconds for you to do, and they give you an idea about whether you have a good case or a case with some challenges. And or the Case Cash calculator tells you what your case might be worth in settlement. So completely free, no obligation. I'll leave the link to those in the description. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to like and subscribe, I sure would appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up. And if you wouldn't mind giving me a 5-star review on Google if you enjoy the information I share with injured people, I will leave a link in the description to that. It takes you go to the website in the description, click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit. 5 seconds for you, invaluable help for me in my law firm, and I would really appreciate it. So thanks so much again for watching, and I hope you and your family are well. But if anybody needs some help, give me a call. Happy to help. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Take care.